see the blue button, click on the button to stay in the room. Got it. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about nature or fake Natty. So my name is Epaminondas Sá. I'm host here on TNT. And if you want to practice your English, Spanish, French, Italian, please come with us to talk and to hang out with our friends. Today, I have with me Thaisa and Gabriel. So, guys, please let me know about you all. Let me know your age, where are you from? So, Gabriel, who you are? Let me know about you.
Hi guys, morning. My name is Gabriel. I'm from Minas. I'm 28 years old and I am economic science graduated for University of Viçosa, and I like this term because I I think it's very funny. This pronunciation, aesthetic. Oh my God, it's so good.
Very good. Very good. Welcome aboard. And now, Thaisa, please introduce yourself for us.
Hi, my name is Thaisa. I am 20 years old, and I'm from Rio de Janeiro. And sorry, eu diria para vocês que está falando em português, mas eu diria para vocês que o tema é engraçado em si. Eu soube sobre ele semana passada e é bem engraçadinho de falar sobre.
Very good. Very good. Let's try to talk about this topic. So to start our conversation, let's start for the number one. In your opinion, is having a body that follows an aesthetic standard a different factor in society or not? If you have a good shape, an aesthetic shape, you have more beneficials or not in the society? What do you think? Gabriel, please let me know your opinion.
I think it depends on where you going, but it's going to difference. The aesthetic is now in these days is very, I don't know, important in, for example, social medias. When you see there's that body, oh my God, I need this shape, is aesthetic, is different factor in society. It's not so good, but make a difference, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially because of the social media,
Yeah,
because it's very visual. So we are here scrolling our cell phone and seeing pictures from other people, normally comparing ourselves with other people. So
and this
maybe
comparing
it's,
is not so good. Is my body is different to your body, it's Thais' bodies,
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
but unfortunately, I think it's normal. It's not conscious, you know.
Yeah,
So we are here. So oh, good body,
yeah.
aesthetic body.
When
So
you go to the
I
gym to see, I need this body, and
yeah, yeah, hard. And you, Thaisa, what do you think about?
My opinion is about the people, which person thinks different, and many people have this doubt of things. They need to be perfect, but we don't. So my my body is different about you, him, depends so much. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. And in my perspective, I think it's different. When you have an aesthetic body, an aesthetic standard of body, I think it's different because we can see on the social media, especially people that have more benefits because of the body, a lot of followers, and earn money because of these, and making advertisements um, for other people, for other brands, uh, parcerias because of this. So I think it's a different, unfortunately, but I think it's different. That's true from my point of view, from my perspective, of course. Um, but let me know, Gabriel, do you consider your shape aesthetic or not?
Oh no, not aesthetic, but I try. Today, for example, I went to the gym. I wake up 7 a.m. and I went to the gym all the days, 5 days in a week. But my body is not, my shape is not aesthetic. I try, but but it's difficult. My first difficulty is the food. I like to food. I like to go to the gym, but I like to food more.
Yeah, are you in the gym, going to the gym? How much time? Do you remember? Some
Repeat.
years, months? How much time do you go to the gym?
1 year, for example, in this read, in this sequence, 1 year. But I I went to the gym, to the other sports for many years. When I was teenager, for example, 20, I am
Yeah,
I was a fat boy, and I need this.
interesting, interesting. So it's good to practice some sports, exercise, to go to the gym. I think I'm a personal training and nutritionist
Oh,
student, so I think it's good. It's good for you. Uh, and you, Thaisa, do you consider your shape aesthetic or not?
At the moment, no, but I go to the gym too, and I 1 minute,
No problem.
and but I don't want to take aesthetic because it's follow a padrão. I don't want.
Yeah, it's hard to follow standards, so why? Sometimes I think about, because okay, I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm happy with my body, with my friends, the things that I do. So what is the importance to have an aesthetic body? So it's hard. It's hard. So many times the society push us to go to the gym and to build an aesthetic shape. And we're gonna talk about this. A lot of people nowadays are using a magic pill, so it's hard. Steroids. So it's hard. It's so hard. I'm watching on TikTok, for example, all day long, people talking about and talking about the consequence. So it's it's hard. I think more and more people are using steroids nowadays to have an aesthetic shape. So I'm a little afraid about this nowadays and in the future. It's hard. It's hard, but good to know, Thaisa, that you don't want to have an aesthetic body, and I think it's okay to think like you. There is no problem about. Um, guys, let's keep for the number 3. Is there any party of your body that you wish to modify? I don't know, but to make a surgery, or to change your, I don't know, maybe in the gym, for example, as like Gabriel said about, he was a good guy, a fat guy, and nowadays it's different. But about the gym, the exercise, and food, but about surgery, about aesthetic surgery. Is there any part of your body that you wish to modify? Gabriel.
Yeah, I don't know how can I say the stomach is the
Belly, barriga, belly,
very
baby.
is the most difficult part of body. This try to go to the trash, and I think it is a thing is very difficult. For example, I don't know how can I say this is more easy, and that that part of berry and stone cake I think is very difficult. But I think it's surgery. How can I say surgery is very invasive. For example, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, so it's hard. I agree with you. It's not easy. It's hard, and but in a hard work, we can do it.
Yeah, it depends on depends much for the food, the habits of
Yeah,
the foods is difficult. Yeah,
yeah, the diet. So
yeah.
it's a hard part of
Diet for me is is a hard. It's very hard.
for everybody, I think. So it's not
Yeah,
easy. It's not easy. And
except
about
these macros. Difícil.
yeah, it's not easy. But you don't think to do a surgery? A surgery?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Okay, good. What do you, Thaisa? Do you think about? Is there any part of your body that you want to change?
On my salary, I it's very hard to lose it, a salary for everyone. I think about it. I don't do a surgery, but I believe that I can lose it with drinking water, uh, my eating health food, something.
Okay. Okay. And let me know, do you want to eat health food or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I
Good. Very good. And you, Gabriel, it's usual to eat health food, or you like to eat trash food like
No. In the days of the week, I eat health food, but this weekend is difficult. I I don't know how can I when we start Sunday and I need to hamburger or what else. In the days of the week, I eat chicken and this and I hate, but I it's necessary, and trash food is necessary too for me.
yeah, I think it's important to have a balance,
Yeah,
So normally the people do eat during the weekdays, good food, health food, in the weekends, a little bit about hamburger,
mhm.
pizza, and things like that from iFood. So normally
No,
the people do it. And talking about me, about my body, I don't think so. If there's a yeah, of course. I want to build a better body, an aesthetic body, but I like my body nowadays. I had in the past I had a lot of problems with my body, my self-image. Um and because of that, I started to do physical exercise and to go to the university to become personal training. But in the past, it was so hard for me. I don't know, but it was hard. It was hard, and nowadays I chant and I have a good self-made, a good esteem about myself, and nowadays it's better for me. But I like to go to the gym to do exercise and lift weights. I like this kind of thing, and I don't think about surgery, for example, not anesthetic surgery because okay, I like my body. Um, but I want to have a six packs in my belly and my abs, so it's interesting for me. But okay, don't worry about. I'm doing my best every single day. I try to have a health life, and for me, there's enough. I don't think about modify my body or okay. For me, it's okay. It's okay.
For
When
me too, surgeries for me is very invasive for this objective. For example, surgeries when your health is not so good. Okay,
yeah,
you need a surgery. But for example, I don't know how can I say é uma lipo assim, is very invasive for me.
lipolad.
Like this accent is very good.
Yeah, I think like you. So if I have to do something for my healthy because I have a problem, okay. For me, it's
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no options. But about my body, I think it's important to have healthy and to have healthy. I go to the gym. I try to go to eat a good food, and it's okay for me. But unfortunately, we have a lot of pressure from society, so sometimes it's hard to face this pressure. But for me nowadays, I'm okay. I don't compare myself a lot of times,
Yeah.
so okay, for me it's okay.
Always we need to modify something, but it's not urgency. It's not
Yeah,
now. It's a
It's not
process.
necessary. It's not necessary.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you all. Going to the number 4, let's talk about magic pill. What is your view on anabolic steroids, facial harmonization, and plastic surgeries? What do you think about? We are talking about a little bit, but let's talk about steroids, facial harmonization because it's so common nowadays. A lot of people doing. So, what do you think about this topic in specific? Um, Gabriel, what do you think?
Anabolic steroids for me is a funny when you go to the gym we talk, oh my god, we need to put these anabolic steroids. No, it's not, it's the, I don't know how can I say this, but we need when we have a fun talk about this. But I think it's not health. So no. Facial harmonization, I don't know. I think it's very invasive too. It's different for your face. Is today I'm here now, and tomorrow I'm going to other face. I think is different. Is, I don't know. And plastic surgeries, I think is necessary. For example, if you don't like much for the anything in your body, for example, nose and earrings or lips, for example, for not no much expensive things, because I don't know how can I say this, but it's when I look my face, when I see my nose, it's not so good. I think it's modified. I think my earrings, really earrings,
Ear.
my ears, and I don't like it. It's very modified. It's like a facial harmonization is another people, but it's plastic surgery is necessary when you don't like much anything or you try. I don't know. I think it's this.
I got your point. I got your point, and I agree. And other point about we have a lot of bullying, so because of
Yeah,
the face or things like that. For example, about people that have ears like this. So, oh, Dumbo.
yeah,
So it's so hard for the person because sometimes this person face a lot of bullying in when this guy is a teenager and growth with this mentality and don't like your face. Don't, so it's so hard to face this kind of thing because it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes some people do a surgery because of this. And if you feel good with your surgery, okay. If it's your life is better because of this, no problem. Live your life
okay.
and feel free to do it. I totally agree with you. It's interesting, but I don't know about a lot of things because there's other questions here. I don't do it now, but yeah, I agree with you. Thaisa, what is your opinion about?
I don't like about surgery because it can be harmful for your health, and people don't know it, so stop. She have people say do surgeries because it's modern. It's not very cool because it's can do prejudice your health in general. It's very dangerous to do some surgeries. You
Yeah, sometimes I I feel that it's worse after the surgery. It's not good. Maybe it's worse and then other surgery to correct the first surgery and then the third surgery to correct the second. It's hard. It's hard. A lot of people do it. It's like Gretchen, for example, and a lot of famous people, and it's hard to stop. Okay, I'm good now because in the mind, okay, if I don't like, I can do other surgery. So, and it's a kind of cycle. It's hard. It's hard. And in my opinion, about anabolic steroids, it's dangerous. And but the first thing that I think when I think about anabolic steroids is why? Okay, to growth. Okay, but why? Why is your problem? Why you want to grow, to have an aesthetic shape, to be bigger? Why? What is your problem? Normally, working with this subject all days, it's normal because, for example, the person don't have confidence about themselves, and then this person think that if I got some anabolic steroids, I will be bigger, and then the people will respect me. But the problem is not the people respect you. The problem is you don't have confidence in yourself, you about yourself. So sometimes it's important to think about the why. Why you want to do it? Why? Because of why. So I think it's important to think about and facial harmonization. I think it's like the other type of surgery, but I don't like. If for me, I don't like. But if the person likes, okay, no problem, and enjoy your life. That's your life. But a lot of people are so different after, so different, totally strange. But if this person are looking okay for her, okay, no problem. But it's important to talk about, because I think a lot of people are doing this kind of thing nowadays and don't don't think so much about. It's important to think. And the number 5. Currently, many women are removing silicone implants. Do you think this could be a trend for the next years? Because in the past, a lot of people, a lot of women are cutting implants of silicone. But nowadays, I'm realizing that a lot of people are uh, removing implants. Do you think that in the future, the people will, I don't know, but don't like anymore and try to remove? Maybe it's a trend for the next years. What do you think? Or not? What is your opinion, Gabriel?
I think in the future is a is a other option for this. Now is uh, could be a trend for next years for health, for example. Angelina Jolie, for example, uh, removed these implants and the people say that, and I think I think that that might I need to remove too is for health, for example. But in the future, I think is could be a new a new how can I say a new silicone, for example. I don't know, could be a trend for next years. It depends for the autoestima também, né? For woman, I don't know. When we need to silicone and implants, I don't know.
Yeah. And you, Thais, what do you think?
My opinion is about especially Kardashian, because very people follow every sisters, every silicone, and some I don't remember, but someone heard removing the silicone and it have a explosão and every what whichever remove it to influence Brazil in other place. Every removing the silicone, every lipo follow every sister. It's no school. It's very prejudicial because they put no put novo it's the school because it's foi intervalo de 5 months e removing put it's the school. It's very prejudicial.
Yeah, it's hard because from my perspective, we have a lot of trends. For example, nowadays, to go to the gym and to have an aesthetic body is a kind of trend. A lot of people talking about, a lot of people going to the gym. It's good. Okay, it's good. But we have different trends in a society. For example, some years ago, it was important to be thin and in very, very slim as like models. So, but nowadays the good shape is to have muscles and to go to the gym is different. Some years ago, a lot of people put silicone implants, for example. Thaisa said about the sisters Kardashian. So it's interesting. And the I forgot the word in English, but uñas, it's a kind of trend as well. So we have a lot of trends, and I think in the future maybe it will change the trend, and then the people will removing some kind like some implants like this. So I don't know, but I think it's a kind of cycle. Sometimes we have a trend, the people follow, and then the trend pass and other trend, and the people follow, and will changing in the years. So I don't know, but I think it's important to think and to think why. This question for me is the most important. Why I want to do it. The number 6. How can act or physically comparing oneself to others negatively affect a person? For example, me, I'm comparing myself with my people that I follow on my Instagram. How can this kind of thing can affect myself? Comparison affect other people. What do you think about this, Gabriel? We talk about this in the beginning of this immersion.
Yeah. Yesterday we talked about mental health, and this is negative effect, I think, is the comparison to the others causing your mind. I think is when you compare is, for example, for many people, who am I don't know, how can I need to many things to change, and it's very difficult. Comparing is not so good. Comparing for me is good for when you comparing you intelligent people. It's so good. You need to write, you need to study. I think it's positive, but body it's not necessary. And affect mental health for me is the most thing affects is mental health.
Yeah, I totally agree. And maybe nowadays we have more people with anxious because of this, and it's hard, so hard. And you, Thaisa, what do you think?
In my opinion, people stop eating because they compare your body with the body something, the other people, and consequently, they lack vitamins, proteins. Very people can die because of it, and it's no school because which if you can aquele corpo, you don't you você pode ter family with no pain no gain, you see, because people they don't follow that that something is very prejudicial in see.
Sometimes we pain and we don't again. It's, oh my God, that's better.
The most of times.
Yeah. I'm pain, I'm not game. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh my gosh, it's hard. It's so hard nowadays. It's just pain, and we don't have results and the results that we really want to have, because sometimes we have results, but we don't have result as like we want because of the comparison with other people. So other perspective about interesting point. And guys, I have a polemic questions. Let me see. The number 7. What is your opinion on influence who promote plastic surgery in exchange for money? For example, I'm seeing a lot of people promoting, for example, lipo-led, but this person is promoting lipo-led because these influencers are earning money to talk about and promoting a thing that have a lot of risks. It's dangerous in a society, in a social media with maybe 1, 2, 3 millions of followers. So what do you think about? What is your opinion about people, social influencers who promote plastic surgery in exchange for money? What is your opinion, Gabriel?
I don't know. I think that people like to surgery. For example, I like to surgery. I need to lipoled, for example, for me. Okay, it's my body, it's my money. But when I have 400 million people follow me, it's difficult. This, I don't know. I don't like this method. I think it's mental health, for example, is good. Is healthy life is good too, but not surgeries, because that people in the same times not be a doctor, for example, is a normal people. We don't have, for example, study for the body, for example. I think is difficult. When you have many people follow you, is a hard I don't know, responsibility. Yeah, I think is difficult, because if I'm not to say, is modify the society. For example, that many people's have the surgeries, and I don't know, when we talk, I don't know.
It's a hard question. It's a hard question. I totally agree with you. I think we have responsibility about the content that we share in our social media, and especially when we have 1 million, 2 millions, 3, 10 millions of followers, because the people will, I don't know, but listen you, and what you do, what you talk will affect other people. So we are talking here about comparison. So, oh, look this shape, I like this shape, and then the influence, oh, you can have this shape,
I
just
have
do
the
it.
pill.
Yeah, I have the pill, the magic pill here. So I like it. It's dangerous. I think it's dangerous for the people because we affect other people. We affect. So it's hard. It's
Yeah.
so hard. Thaisa, with you, let me know.
I don't like influence that makes this because they don't know the doctor works and many times if something happens to the person, you are to blame for it, and it's very dangerous. Virginia is a people which have a big rage about fun, and she's ela faz very, 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 very publicidades, and it's about vitamins, it's dangerous, about surgeries, and all things. It's not cool. It's it's very dangerous because very very times her no ela não sabe de onde que veio, então não é legal.
Yeah, you said a good example, and she do it. Lipoland. So it's hard because the people will compare themselves with her, and oh, I like this body. It's so aesthetic. So, and it's important to think because these people influence other people. From my perspective, it's not ethical, you know. I don't know. We need to be careful when we share content from other people, and we know that we are influencing other people and changing the way these people are thinking. So complex topic, but I don't like. Maybe for me, it's not a good idea to exchange money for ads, and special ads that's dangerous for my public. So hard.
Yeah, this example of Virginia is about this talk, the beginning. For example, for me, social media people recommend, I don't know how I say, recommend vitamins. It's, for me, it's so bad. For me, is a doctor recommends a doctor or a nutrition, I don't know, recommend vitamins. Okay, agora other people's. And Virginia has 30 million people follow them. And he was a mom, and 3 weeks later, we have the perfect body, the perfect shape. It's not so good for that people follow her, I think.
I totally agree with you. And especially you said about she's mom, and normally the most of part of mothers, there's no this kind of body. It's not common. It's totally uncommon, unusual. So in the mind of the mother, in the other hand of the screen, oh, why she has this body and I can't? So maybe this person will feel, I don't know, but bad because of this. So it's hard. It's hard. So hard to think about. But that's what we have, unfortunately. But it's hard. Guys, about the number 8. Many people use anabolic steroids and undergo aesthetic procedures. And a lot of people use, but don't say they use. How do you think this could influence others to seek unrealistic standards? For example, we had the case of the Muzi that, oh, I use it in the past and I don't use anymore, but it's it's not real. But you think that the people, seeing a lot of people that use and don't say, will think, oh, if this guy can do it in a nature mode, I can do it as well. Do you think there's this kind of influence, and this kind of thing can create an unrealistic standards for the normal people? What do you think? Gabriel.
It's really that people using anabolic steroids never said, oh, I'm using anabolic steroids. We say I'm a natural, and you see, oh my God, how that guy moves, for example, is natural. It's not, for me, it's not, how can I say? it's like a secret of a state, for example, when when that people use, oh, I'm used, but I never talk about this for nothing. Only me and two, and I think is I don't know what is this. Is a issues. Não sei.
Yeah, I got it. I got your point. And I think it's hard because a lot of people has unrealistic expectations because they are comparing with other people in the mind of this person. These people are nature, but these people are fake natty. So it's it's hard to think. And maybe this guy will try, and it's impossible because there's a magic pill. So maybe problems, health problems, anxious, and problems about self-esteem because of this. Oh, why me? What is the problem with me? Why I can't do it? So dangerous.
That
And
people
dude,
say,
go
for
ahead,
example,
Gabriel.
use that pills for not so much, but when you see the effects, oh my God, I need to more and more and more. I think that is problem. That is the problem. For
Yeah.
example, when you use for a recommendation for a doctor, I think it's not so bad. But for example, I'm not a doctor and I consume the pills. Is it's so bad for my health. I think it's
Yeah, the juice is addictive. O suco vicia. And you, Thais, what do you think about?
Yeah. Good. I agree with Sal, but I think I make it. You believe that to reach a certain level, it's not cool because you need to for him for movie. It's ele queria chegar a ter new level. It's because he lose so many things because the curve is very dangerous because she she say one day about cons 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 seria o contra anabolic steroids because him I don't say passou for a very difficult about the vício. It's very dangerous.
Thank you for your answer. And now, let me see if we have time for one more. Okay, number 10. Number 10. What consequence can you imagine for generations that were born in the era of social media? For example, we know how to live without social media. When I was a kid, I was on the street and playing soccer and things like that. And there was no social media and things like that. But nowadays, when a boy born nowadays, their social media is totally different. This guy, this boy, don't know how to live without social media. What do you think about these new generations that will born inside of social media using a cell phone with 1 year, 2 years? So what do you think about? Gabriel, what is your opinion?
I think that kids, for example, is very anxiety in these days when I see one kid, oh, she or he has, for example, 88, and we have anxiety. I think it's very difficult for health for the people, and the social medias contribute for this is that we don't follow the social medias all the day and the time that people post in Instagram, for example. And for the kids, it's for me, it was very difficult that people the kids follow, oh, I went to the school and I see my professor and I need to write when I have a phone for all the time. I think social media is not so good for the next generation. I don't think it's a responsibility of, for example, Mark Zuckerberg it's the people we have. They have a very responsibility of the society as well.
Yeah, thank you. And you, Thaisa, what do you think?
The consequence is very, very big because in social media has lies. It's very prejudiced about mental health or the things because if in social media has so much trolls and hard people to lidar. Very, very, very difficult because Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have more friends, the big concentrations with everyone. It's very prejudiced because Twitter or X, it's a social media very, very, very prejudiced about the mental life, and it's very difficult because the next generations don't have the preparation for using social media because it's very, very difficult for pra gente and to be very hard for her. It's not cool.
Perfect. I couldn't agree more with you because it's hard for me. I'm an adult. It's hard for me. And imagine for a kid who is 5 years old. So it's hard. It's hard, guys. But I put on the chat a link. Please click on the link. Let me know what you think about this immersion. Our time is running out, so let me know if you have some suggestions for another topic to create other animations, and please click on the link and let me know what you think. Okay, so thank you so much, Gabriel, Thaisa. Thank you. See you next week. Stay healthy and see you.